Hello and welcome to this video. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you about my experience so far with filming my 31-day challenge, because I just want to be authentic with you and share a little bit of real talk, I guess, and let you know the personal challenges that I've had to go through in the last week or so, and hopefully this will help inspire you while you're on your own journey. And whatever it is that you're actually doing here today on my channel, maybe you're part of the challenge or maybe you just stumbled across this video, but I hope that it inspires you in some way. And I do believe that if you're watching this video, then you were meant to find it for a reason. So I'm sure that there's a nugget of wisdom in here somewhere. So the last, I think this is day 11 technically in the challenge, I have to literally go back to New Year's Day and count the days to figure out where I'm at. So it's been actually so much fun for me, and I love filming. I love creating yoga flows. It's probably my favorite thing to do in the world. I love practicing yoga. I love how it makes me feel, and I love sharing that with people. It really is my passion, my purpose, it's everything. And that's why I have so far gotten so much out of this challenge that I've set myself, I've set you guys, but this has also been a challenge for myself because I've never consistently posted content or posted content this consistently on YouTube, or probably any other platform for that matter, because it is something that I do find challenging. And so when I set myself this challenge, it was a challenge to myself to start posting consistent content on YouTube, because I love it, but actually there is this part of me that procrastinates on things, and I know that that part of me is the fear. And one of the things that I set myself, one of my New Year intentions, my 2023 intentions, was to just take the first step, because I think this is actually the hardest part for so many of us, taking that first step. And there seems to be that invisible barrier sometimes to taking that step. And yeah, sometimes it feels so hard. It just feels like the hardest thing to get through. But I know from experience, and I have known this for a long time, but it still doesn't make it any easier, that when you do break through that invisible barrier and you start doing the thing, you feel amazing and you get energized from it, and you feel creative and inspired, and you enter that place of flow and ease. And even just doing this and talking at the camera for me is sometimes really difficult to do and really unnatural, and I'll take, so many different shots because I just stumble on my words, or I don't feel natural, or I don't feel good enough, or I don't think that I look good enough. And I think when you just break through that initial fear and you start doing the thing and you do it more and more and you keep pushing through it, you do enter this place of flow and ease where it just becomes a lot more natural and a lot more easy. And that is how I'm feeling in this moment, which is why I wanted to just hop on and just start filming basically and start speaking and be authentic and share what's on my mind, because this stuff is really helpful for me. These realizations have been really helpful for me, so I'm hoping that they are helpful for you, whatever it is, whatever challenge it is that you're going through in your life. I think that recognizing that fear is there, because it's completely normal and we all have it, and it could be a fear of failure, it could be a fear of success, it could be a fear of anything, and it's probably very subconscious. But I think that is often behind procrastination, or not doing the things that we know are good for us, and we know that we actually really love and enjoy. Because as I said, this gives me so much back. It gives me so much energy, it inspires me, it makes me creative, it makes me want to do more and more and more, and it just puts me in a place of alignment. So take that first step, recognize that there's that fear barrier there, and then just do it anyway. I guess feel the fear and do it anyway. But sometimes we don't know that that is fear, that feeling of procrastination, or I can't be bothered, or making up excuses. There's always an excuse. I don't have time, I'm not feeling it today. And this brings me on to the topic of accountability. That's the word I'm looking for. Accountability is literally one of the best things you can do if you're trying to create a new habit, because for me, putting it out there that I'm going to do this challenge and promising loads of people that I'm going to show up every single day with a yoga practice has made me accountable. And that is absolutely massive. It really, really changes everything. As soon as you have accountability, you will continue to push through that fear barrier more and more, because you know that you have to do it. It's like committing to a job. Like, you might not want to go to work in the morning, but you know that you have to, so you're going to do it regardless, because you're accountable to someone. And it's slightly different if it's a job that you don't want to do, but it's just an example of accountability. If you promise your friend that you're going to show up and go to the gym together every morning, then you're more likely to do it. So accountability is huge, and I think you get this when you start to build connections with people that are on the same journey as you, and you enter spaces and groups where there's a community element, and it just gives you that extra little bit of motivation. And there's loads of different ways that you can create accountability, but the thing that I've recognized is how powerful that has been for me, because I've been showing up, because I'm accountable. And it's not showing up to do something that I don't want to do, like showing up to a job that I hate. It's showing up to do something that I absolutely love and I know is good for me, but sometimes my ego, I guess, will talk me out of doing it and come up with excuses and keep me playing small. So accountability, if there's any way of creating that, there's so many different ways. That is, huge. Do it. If there's a habit that you're trying to stick to at the moment, see if you can find an accountability partner, or just putting it out there sometimes and telling people this is what I'm doing is a really good way to stay accountable. And the other thing that I've had to deal with is a lot of problems with technology. So I haven't been consistent. I have been consistent, but there's been days where I haven't managed to post, and it's not for lack of trying usually. It's because of technological problems, which is a big frustration. I'm not gonna lie, and it is something that I think the universe might be testing my patience with, because I don't have much patience when it comes to technology not working. So this has been a big challenge for me. But also, there has been days where life has just got in the way. And I guess if I really had, been a little bit more organized or prioritized this over something else, then I could have got it done. But I'm human, and there's been days where I just haven't done it. And even though the next day I've posted 2 videos, it has happened. And I do not feel guilty about that. And I think that recognizing that whatever you do, you are doing your best, and guilt is a completely pointless emotion. Guilt is like a silent killer. It's going to always push you down. It's never going to make you do better or feel better. It's never going to make somebody else feel better or change the situation. All it does is make you disapprove of yourself. And one of the biggest lessons that I've learned recently is just approving of everything that I do. And that doesn't mean that if I do something that isn't, if there's something that I do and I think I'd rather do that differently next time, that doesn't mean I can't do things differently and learn lessons and grow and change. It just means that I'm not shaming myself for who I am and for the actions that I've taken, because all that does is it just pushes me down. It makes me smaller. It keeps me small. It keeps me playing small, and it makes me feel bad. And it's like, what's the point? I'm here to feel good, to live my life, and no room for guilt, no room for shame. So I'm letting myself off the hook, and you should do the same. If you have missed a day, if you're committed to a challenge or any other challenge in your life, healthy eating, working on a new business, going to the gym, practicing yoga every day, meditation, whatever it is, let yourself off the hook if you're not perfect, because perfect is an illusion, it's impossible to achieve. And be inconsistently consistent, not consistently inconsistent. So if you do miss a day here and there, it doesn't matter. Let go of the guilt, let go of beating yourself up, and come back to it. This is the key. Small practices done consistently or inconsistently, consistent. I've completely confused myself. I think you know where I'm going with this. Continue to do it. It doesn't matter if you fall off the wagon for a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. If you're coming back to it, that is consistent in my eyes. So this is a huge lesson. I think it's so easy to just miss a day and then be like, yeah, I've messed that up. You know, I've let myself down. You beat yourself up and you never come back to the thing that you were so excited about and you said you were going to do, and you know how good it is for you. So these are my main lessons that I've learnt. There's lots more and I could go on, but I'm gonna stop now so that this video is short and sweet, because that was the intention. I hope that you found some nuggets of wisdom in here, and yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of realness, authenticity, let you know how I've been feeling throughout the challenge, and hopefully the video that I uploaded about 4 hours ago is on its way to you. This was yesterday's video. This one may upload before it because it's a longer video, and YouTube seems to be really slow for me ever since I decided to do this. I believe that there is a planet thing going on at the minute, Mercury in retrograde, I think is affecting technology. It certainly is for me. Nothing is working. My phone hasn't worked for 3 weeks, but anyway, I digress. I hope you enjoy the practice today, and there'll be another one uploaded later just to make up for missing it yesterday. And I'd love to know what your challenges have been since starting either this challenge or any other kind of New Year challenge, or just in general in the past few weeks. Please share, please let me know if you had any insights throughout this video, and as always, I am sending you so much love and I look forward to seeing you back here very soon.